All right. Really tough Big East game against a Georgetown team that's playing extremely well. They are really well coached. They are so intelligent offensively and so long and physical defensively. Everything you do, they read. I think that's a credit to Patrick. Whatever you change, then they read it and they adjust to it. It was just constantly trying to figure out ways to try to change up, and it worked a little bit, not much. It's just both teams scoring against each other. They're good. They're a really good team. So that was a good victory for us.
All right, Terry, start us off.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, Terry.
As good as Jermaine was today, did you feel that your shot selection, your patience, and your balance in the second half was kind of the key, or was better?
Yeah, Terry. I think the first half, Jermaine just carried us. I mean, we really had nothing else going. And then, I think you made a good point in the second half. I thought we got some good balance. Colin got it going a little bit. Justin really got it going in the second half. Jay Wright got a couple. Cole got a couple. Yeah, thought we had good balance in the second half.
Is that a benefit of having veteran guys?
Definitely. Especially a guy like Colin Gillespie. Just not shooting the ball as well as he normally does. Although it wasn't horrible, but everybody trying to stop him and him still defending and rebounding and then making plays, setting other people up. 5 assists. A younger guy might not be able to handle that.
Thanks, Jay.
You got it.
Aaron, go ahead.
Hey, Jay, sorry if you said this in your opening statement, but just talking about Jermaine, he had 2 points against St. John's. Obviously, he really wanted to come out today. How impressed were you with him, and what did he do so much differently than the last game?
There are certain. I don't want to. I don't want to fabricate anything for you guys, but there's certain things in the St. John's game I just can't explain. Jermaine being one of them. I don't know, but he definitely came out with a fierce focus today, and not just aggressiveness, but intelligence. He drove the ball well, but he got our offense starting. He shot the ball well, got our offense starting, hitting people, getting other people's shots. In the whole first half, he just carried us.
Joe, go ahead.
Jay, how surprised were you to see that intentional foul called on Blair in the final minute?
You know what, Joe? I didn't see it. There was like 3 guys in front of me, so I didn't see it at all. So I couldn't really give you a good answer on that.
And how did you manage to slow Wahab down? He was dominant in the first 5 minutes of the second half. What did you do to kind of slow him down a little bit?
I never thought I'd say this in my career, and I'm so proud and happy to say this. Cole Swider. He did an incredible job in the second half, and he's worked so hard at it, at defending, and not just defending, but then when you play him, you got to guard pick and roll, and you got to get back and guard him and rebound against him, which is really difficult. And Jay Rob's been one of the best we've ever had at that. But Cole was just outstanding tonight.
Thanks, Jay.
Yep.
Austin, go ahead.
Hey, Jay, 2 questions from me. You, as a coach, historically seem to have bounce back games after you guys take a tough loss. I mean, what's the formula there?
Very, very honestly, talented, humble players, that allow you to, that assess their performance honestly, don't make excuses. Hey, we get our butts beat. We really did. And they just did a lot of things better than us. So we looked at it, we took responsibility. But if the players, if the players aren't good enough, number one, to change, you're in trouble. So we have talented guys. But then if they make excuses or don't take responsibility, you don't change what you did poorly. And that really is the key.
And with Cole, as you mentioned, going forward, would you like to utilize him a little more as a big man defender?
Definitely. We've been working on it. He's been working on it. He's done it some during the season, but he was just outstanding tonight.
All right. Thanks, Jay.
Thank you.
Glenn, go ahead.
Hello, thanks. Coach, were you shocked that they pretty much single-handedly checked Samuels with Wahab all day long, despite the fact that he was on fire from the outside?
I think they were worried about him driving it, and getting to the rim, and they want to use Wahab as rim protection. A lot of people do that, and the other reason they do that is because Jeremiah Robinson, they want to keep someone on him to prevent him from shooting threes. And when Jermaine's hitting threes, we're tough to guard.
Last question. Harris played admirably against you guys, got over the screen and roll, was good defensively, scored a little bit. I mean, is it a good measure for him to play pretty well against your guy who may be one of the best point guards in America?
Yeah, he's good. He is Dante is really good. I think he played 37 minutes and played with great energy the entire time. He guarded Colin and he guarded Justin Moore. Whichever guy we got handling the ball, he's really good. And he ran the show for them.
Okay, thank you and good luck, Coach.
Got it, man. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you too.
Glenn, go ahead.
Hey, Jay, we talked about little things, and Jermaine, you obviously going to look at his scoring today, but he contributed so many other things, such as block shots and defensive plays, the little things. Is that the manifest of little things can make a big difference?
Definitely, Glenn. As you said, there were some block shots in there. There were some rebounds, but there was some great drives that initiated rotation from Georgetown, where he kicked it out. He didn't get the assist, but the next guy got the assist. But it was all initiated by Jermaine. And then at the end, the steal he came up with at the end was huge. When he missed the dunk. He comes up with the ball. He did so many little things tonight. I'm really proud of him.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
David, go ahead.
Hey, Jay, I got a couple questions for you. One, what can you take away from this game as you get ready to play Marquette?
We try to do this all the time, David. Just learn from each game, learn from wins, learn from losses. We really do. We take it one game at a time. I know you guys that covered us are sick of hearing me, but I do want to say, I can say it now. I know you guys, I always tell you how good opponents are in our league. And the difference between winning and losing is so small. And even between getting your butt kicked, when I say that, sometimes we play St. John's and then we win, you guys say, but it's true in our league. Like St. John's, we were ready for them. They kicked our butt. And these guys, you saw how tough they were and how good they are. And other coaches from other leagues text me and say, like, man, your league is really good. Everybody's good. And that's, David, one of the things we got to learn, not to listen. And I know you guys got to do it, your job. Like when we lose to St. John's, everyone's saying, wow, what a shock. It is to fans. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying players can't think about it that way because one night when Colin's not on a little bit or Jermaine's not on it, and you're playing a good team, which St. John's is, and they make him not play well, you're going to get beat. And this team, you guys saw it. We were in a dogfight right there. They're really good, and that's what we got to take, David. We got to know that every night and not feel bad if we win by. We won by 10, but that was a 2-4 point game. We can't feel like we didn't play well. These teams are good. All right, sorry for my soapbox.
And final one for me, there's a report going around that several high schools and colleges in Philadelphia tomorrow are going to have a practice at 5 a.m. to honor John Chaney. Have you thoughts about doing something like that tomorrow?
Somebody brought this up on the press conference yesterday. I just found out about it. It is a great idea. And because we only have one day, we play Wednesday, and I need to give them a day off tomorrow. We can't do it. And I need to go to the funeral. So I can't, I want to go early. So we're not going to be able to do it because we have to take a day off tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
But I would say this, we practice in the morning a lot. And never 5:30, 6:30. But I got that from John Chaney and Jim Maloney. Jim Maloney said, I should talk to Jim Maloney at length about the value of that.
Nathan, go ahead.
Not faintly. Was that Nathan?
Yeah,
I hear you.
yeah. I just wanted to ask, 21 assists on 27 makes today. How important do you think continuity has been in terms of getting that chemistry with the team so that players can be that unselfish and buy into the system that way?
Yeah, you can't do that, Nathan, when you just put guys together. You got a bunch of young guys. Like, a lot of that is just knowing where people are going to be, trusting each other. It definitely takes chemistry and continuity. You're absolutely right.
All right, that looks like it. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Jeremiah, I have two questions regarding Jermaine. One, what did you think of his performance today? And two, you guys have a pretty good thing going inside with your inside passes, your interior passing. How much have you guys worked on that, and how was it to be as successful with it today as you were?
Yeah, no, Jermaine had a phenomenal game. We just practice every day, those habits of looking for each other and just catching the shoot always. And he was just making a lot of good shots. And we just try to share the ball as much as we can. And I think that's one thing about our team that can make us really special, is that anybody can go off on any given night. And it just so happened Jermaine was the one tonight.
Thank you.
Terry, go ahead.
Hey, Jeremiah. Coach gave Cole a lot of credit for helping to shut down Wahab in the second half. What did you see that he did that helped you guys shut him down in the second part of that second half?
Yeah, I think Cole was one of the reasons that got us going. He was the reason that got us going on defense, playing really good, really great post defense, moving around, not standing behind him, letting him catch the ball, just using his speed against him. But I think he did a great job tonight and just playing really hard on the defensive end.
And he's a guy, he came here with a reputation of an offensive player.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen him for a couple of years. How much has he improved on the defensive end?
He's improved tremendously. For each year, you can see the improvements that he's gotten better at, and you can he's probably one of the hardest workers that I know. He puts in a lot of extra time, a lot of work into making him the best player he possibly can be.
Thank you.
Ron, go ahead.
Thank you. What do you think went behind their decision to guard you with Pickett and Samuels with Wahab, even though you're a bigger guy?
I don't know. I mean, Coach Ewing is a great coach. He knows what he's doing, for sure, playing in the NBA and coaching in the NBA. So he knows what he's doing, maybe to put some speed and strength just on different matchups and just kind of mixing it up for each of us to make it difficult.
Talk about your penchant for getting guys who aren't necessarily comfortable 15 feet out in foul trouble. Big guys, you're really good at that. Talk about your penchant for doing that.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Talk about your penchant for getting big guys in foul trouble. You bring them out, put them in space and make them move their feet, and they lean and they reach and whatever. You've done that well throughout your career, in my estimation. Talk about that.
Just being solid on offense and using your speed and not trying to play their game by trying to back down, knowing that I'm not necessarily the biggest guy on the court playing the five, but just using speed and quickness, playing off their jump shot, and then on defense, just being solid and just using speed on defense.
Okay, thank you and good luck.
Austin, go ahead.
Hey, Jeremiah. 38 minutes today. Are you comfortable with playing pretty much the entire game, or are you feeling a little bit tired?
I love playing as much basketball as I can. You know, we put a lot of preparation into this, making sure our bodies are fresh and in practice, going hard for the amount of period we are on the court. So just making sure we're good to go if it happens. We play 38 minutes, 40 minutes, 35 minutes, whatever, just being fresh as possible. But I love it. I love playing basketball.
All right, thank you.
Does anybody else have a question for Jeremiah? If so, please just raise your hand. All right, that looks like all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Other ways, the rebounds, block shots, assists and the like. How important is that for you to be a contributor all the way around?
It's very important to me. That's probably the most important thing as a senior leader, is maintaining Villanova basketball. It isn't all about scoring. It's mainly about getting stops defensively and also holding everybody accountable and to that high standard as well.
Thank you, Jermaine.
Joe, go ahead.
Jermaine, I want to ask you about the play where you missed the dunk on this side and you scrambled to get up and steal the ball. Could you just go over your mindset as you went in thinking you were going to get a dunk and then going after the gentleman who had the rebound?
Yeah, I just wanted to make a play. I messed up on the break and I got up. I didn't want to stop playing. And so I just tried to make a play for my teammates amongst, after messing up.
And you made your first 6 threes, 3-point shots. You've been like working on the three, or did you come out this morning and, feel like you were, had a good rhythm going? What was the reason for the fine shooting there?
We work on shooting every day. Coach and the coaching staff, my teammates encourage me to shoot all the time when it's the right play. All my mindset is to make the correct offensive play whenever the ball comes my way, whether that's shooting, whether that's making an extra pass, whether that's driving the ball. That's just what Villanova basketball is, and that's my job as a senior.
Thank you.
Harry, go ahead.
Hey, Jermaine, Coach said that, how focused were you? Because Coach said you came out, kind of laser focused today.
I was very focused. It was our next challenge, our next game, another opportunity to play, and another opportunity to show my teammates and coaches that we're all in, and that I'm all in to Villanova basketball. So we knew that we had to come out and be focused on and be attentive to the details.
And can you talk a little bit about the job Cole Swider did on Wahab there in the second half? Because he really seemed to kind of give Jeremiah said he gave your defense a spark.
Yeah, he definitely did. Cole's worked very, very, very hard over the years of getting better regarding not only the perimeter, but guarding down low. And that boost off the bench was huge for us. He made a lot of great plays and helped our team defensively in a major way.
Thank you.
Aaron, go ahead.
Hey, Jermaine, just following up on the first part of Terry's question. I know you said you were focused, but I know it's a team game, but in the St. John's game, you didn't have what you would say was your best game. Were you like how upset, or were you like just motivated? Did you have any like extra motivation for this one? To that?
I didn't have the game I wanted to, obviously, but it wasn't about the offensive part. It's more of the defensive part, about getting stops and, getting back in transition. And all week in practice, that's what we focused on, getting back to our Villanova habits. And next game, coming out and executing the things that we worked on during the week. It wasn't necessarily about the offense. It was everything for me personally about maintaining Villanova basketball and showing that as a senior leader.
Ron, go ahead.
Okay, coming into the game, did you prepare for Wahab to check you as much as he did? And number two, what were your keys? Like when you saw that he was you were his defensive assignment. What were your keys? What were you looking for?
Well, I honestly didn't know if he was going to guard me or Jeremiah, but when he did, it was all about just trying to make plays for not only myself, but just for my team in general. And then on the defensive end, it was all about just trying to, move on him, try to make it as difficult as possible for him. and also not only just that, just our teammates, my teammates who are running the ball up top, you know, to make it tough to bring in an entry pass. Just try to make it as difficult as possible for him.
Real quick, talk about his development since last year. And also, what did you see out of the little point guard Harris? He played pretty solidly in my estimation today.
Wahab has definitely gotten better, you know, slowing down, taking his time, not rushing, also catching the ball, being solid with it. And as far as Harris, plays with a chip on his shoulder, and you can tell from the defensive end to the offensive end. And he's going to be great. He can mix it up, go both ways. He can make difficult shots. He can create his own shot, and he also get shots for others. So those two development has been really good, and Harris is going to keep getting better as the years go along.
Thank you, and good luck, Sanders.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
William, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Jermaine. I just was wondering, since the pause, you've really came back, especially in the scoring and shooting department, and just your numbers have been a lot better for the 5 games. Did anything change over the pause and since you came back, or has it just kind of been the fluctuation of a season, do you think?
I think honestly, you know, just having the time off just to clear my head. Also, my pinky got better from Bubbleville, and you know, just having time to rest, and then also just, you know, clearing my head, having talks to certain coaching staff members and my own teammates, and, you know, just staying confident, and then just worrying about Villanova basketball. It's a lot as a senior, and, you know, you just take on that challenge and stay confident.
Austin, go ahead.
Hey, Jermaine. In the times we've talked to you this year, you always bring up play a style of Villanova basketball, play the brand of Villanova basketball. And I feel like with that, from an outside perspective, is bring versatility like you pass, rebound, shoot, defend, all that stuff. How important it for you guys as players is that culture and that system to benefit you guys and the team?
It's very important. Coach never always talks about never having us have a position. We're basketball players. We can shoot, we can drive, we can pass, we can dribble, we can do everything. And on top of that, being the toughest player and the hardest player on the floor. That's what Villanova basketball is all about. And working at becoming better at each and every category every day is what Villanova basketball is about.
All right. Thank you, Jermaine.
Nathan, go ahead.
Hey, Jermaine, a little bit of a follow-up on Austin's question, but do you think that culture of Villanova basketball is a little bit easier to maintain when you have more continuity on the team and more senior leaders like yourself and Colin Gillespie?
Yeah, definitely. And also not even just Colin, but just the players that came before us, Jalen, Arch. Even we have Dwayne and Nards and Coach Nardi on the staff, guys who've been playing Villanova, who know what Villanova basketball is and demand us to bring that effort and energy every day. And just having experienced players in the program set the tone for the program, and players coming in continuing that tradition.
Thanks, Jermaine.
Thank you.
All right, that's all. Thank you so much, Jermaine.
Thank you, guys.